Christmas time crochet. Yeah. Enough with the singing and Christmas bells. Let's make this cute little angel with a special surprise inside. You will need some colors of yarn for the robe, the skin, and preferably some little fluffy yarn for hair and little trims. Of course, a matching crochet hook. You will see this is a 4mm crochet hook. I will be switching to a 3.5mm since that fits the yarn better, and I didn't want to have massive gaps in my work. Embroidery floss, safety eyes. I'm not using the embroidery floss, so that depends on if you want to embroider a little mouth or some other stuff. Some buttons or embellishments, some stuffing. There it is, stuff. And some jingle bells, and that is this little surprise on the inside. Of course, you also need some other stuff to finish up your little angel. Let's get started. We're starting off with this skin yarn. I'm using this horrible sort of beige color. You can also, of course, use the skin yarn color of your choice there. That's all fine and good. Round 1 is create a magic ring and crochet 6 single crochets in that magic ring. So let's see how I fumble this one up. I've sped it up, no worries, you don't have to crochet this fast. Unless you do, then all the power to you. That is nice. 6, and then we close the magic ring. I always use a double thread, so I have to make sure that I pull the right one. And then we close the whole thing up. There we go. Round 2. We increase single crochets, 2 single crochet stitches in each single crochet stitch, giving us 12 stitches in a total. That's a pretty standard start for a round head, isn't it? I mean, it's just not very complicated, that one. Round 3, are we there yet? Yes. Then you do a single crochet stitch and you increase in the next one. Do the 6 times and then you have 18 wonderful crochet stitches. Isn't that lovely? I am using a little piece of blue yarn, which is the color that I choose for my robe, as a stitch marker. Of course, you can use whatever stitch marker you want. Get ready for round 4. Make 2 single crochet stitches and then the third increase and do that 6 times and then you have 24 crochet stitches all the way around. I wish I could crochet this fast in real life. There we go. Nice. That finishes up that round. Very good. Now a couple of rounds of those 24 stitches around. So do that. It's very simple sometimes. Life is very simple. Yeah, it's nice how you can fast forward through these kinds of things, isn't it? In the magic of video editing. There we go. And that finishes up round 8. Round 9. 2 single crochet stitch, decrease once, do this 6 times, and you have 18 stitches. Now, I'm already in the video, I'm already doing the safety eyes because I'm really bad at editing. And I forgot to include round 9. So, after round 9, but you just do the crocheting, don't forget to do round 9. And then we get ready to put in the safety eyes. There we go, the first one is in. I think these are 4mm safety eyes, I'm not exactly sure, but you can try it out with different sizes, see if you like it. I'm putting them between round 5 and 6, and then about 4 stitches apart, but you can, of course, give your angel the eyes where you want them. There you go. It's always a bit of a fiddly thing. First you have to determine where you want them, and then you have to get those horrible little plastic backs on there. Let's see. I always put the smaller part near the crochet bit, so I have a feeling that's more secure. But if you have a different idea about it, please let me know. And this is where you injure yourself usually, because the plastic is so it's just tough. Sometimes I use pliers, but this could be done with brute strength of my thumbs, and they hurt for quite a bit after. But you have to sacrifice for your crochet, don't you? Well, sometimes you do. And I'm looking for the second back piece. There it is, white on white, always a good idea. And I'm struggling getting that thing on. Oh my goodness. Is it on? No. And here I'm cursing. Get on there. Get it on there. I'm pushing it against the tabletop. That gives you a bit of leverage. And there they are, nice and snug. And we can continue the crocheting. Wobbly, wibbly, wobbly. Oh, good grief. There we are. All these little threads drive me crazy. Go away, threads. All right then. Round 10. We do a single crochet, then a decrease again, do this 6 times, and we end up with 12 lovely crochet stitches. So we're definitely closing up the head there, getting it a little bit more small. So that is a little bit of sped up crochet action. There we go. Almost there and almost ready for round 11. Oh, we start stuffing first because round 11 gets us down to 6, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but the 6 is a very small hole to push your stuffing through. Now, I use old pillow stuffing to put in my amigurumi. I wash the pillows, and then you always have to sort of refluff the bits, so I sort of make sure there's small bits. I put them in with small little pieces so it can fill more evenly. Well, yeah, might be not necessary, but this is how I do it. There we go. Rest of the stuffing gets in there later. Well, I was a bit enthusiastic about the amount of stuffing I needed for this small head. And the head is the only part that needs the stuffing, so you can get away with very small bit of stuffing there. Okay, now round 11. Well, yes, you have to decrease 6 times in the back loop of the stitch only. This is so you can attach the robe color to the front loop of the stitch. So you're left with a sort of extra bit where you can attach the robe color. I don't know if I show this properly. And then after this round you can fasten off, leave a long yarn tail. You're going to use that yarn tail not only to sew the head closed, but also to attach the little jingle bell on the inside of the angel. So make sure you have enough yarn for that. I always push some final stuffing through the little. Oh, here I'm pointing towards the front loops there. So you have a little front loop circle where you can attach the rope yarn in the next round of crochet. It's quite the thing to push the stuffing through the little 6 crochet stitching hole. I use my crochet needle and some crochet determination, I suppose. I mean, you have to try something in life, don't you? I think so. Anyway, there we go. Am I happy with the results? Just poke around a little bit and have a feel how firm you want your head and what shape you want it. And there we go. I'm happy with it. So I'm going to sew the remaining hole shut. And there are several techniques for doing this. Mine is haphazard sewing. There we go, sewing that thing shut, and then you leave this yarn end. So I'm making a couple of knots there, making it secure, and then you leave the yarn end on, because as I write here, at the later stage, this jingle bell will be attached to the yarn head, our yarn end of the head. Good grief. English is a pretty tricky language sometimes. Anyway, you get the idea. don't cut off that yarn end. That's basically what you don't want to do. If you have done that, no worries, you can always attach something else. I'm pointing towards the front loops again, because this is where we're going to attach the robe yarn color. I'm using this gorgeous blue. I love this blue. I've made several things with it. The video really doesn't do it much justice, but it's a gorgeous blue. It's a little bit sun-kissed, so it's a little bit, what's the word, discolored in certain places. But I kind of like that that sort of switching up of colors on your yarn. It really is a little bit, makes it a little bit more interesting than just the monocolor. Of course, you can make nice stripy robe if you want to do a lot of weaving in of ends. I'm never a big fan of that. I'm a very lazy crocheter, so whenever I can get away with the least amount of work, I will. There we go. I'm going to crochet those 12 single crochet stitches in the front loops that were left in the round before last. So there we go. And I did have to cheat a little bit, crocheting some of the stitches together, but as long as you end up with a nice circle where you want it of 12 single crochet stitches, that is fine. So I'm speeding it up to oh, look at that. Starting over. I'm speeding it up to disguise my my cheating. There. All right, there you go. And I'm finishing up with number 12. And you can see the yarn end of the head is in the middle there, so it will hang down nicely to attach that bell. Round 2 of the rope yarn color, just crochet 12 stitches around. That is just all you need to do. That is all you need to do. There we go. And then we go towards round 3. There you go. Same, well, the same old, you know, single crochet stitch increase with 2 single crochet stitches. Do this 6 times and you end up with 18 crochet stitches. Fairly simple. And from this time on, it's basically increase and then just crochet around with a new number of crochet stitches, like 18 in round 4 in this case. And then round 5 is another increase, and round 6 is another just crochet around, etc., etc. So round 5 increase towards 24, so 2 single crochet stitches, 1 increase, do this 6 times, and you end up with 24 crochet stitches around and around and around and around we go. And there you are. Round 6, crochet around for 24 crochet stitches, and you'll be fine. And we're going to just repeat this pattern up to the point where you're happy with the length of your little angel robe, I suppose. Round 7, 3 single crochet stitches, 1 increase. Repeat that 6 times. Gives you 30 crochet stitches. It's mesmerizing to watch myself crochet this fast. Round 8, 30 crochet stitches around, single crochet stitches that is. Lovely, lovely. You should get this nice cone-shaped robe. Round 9, 4 single crochet stitches increase. Do that 6 times and you'll have 36 lovely crochet stitches. And then can you guess what round 10 will be? I bet you can. Yes, crochet those 36 stitches around. So you can see this little thing growing under my hands. It's very nice to watch. At least it is for me. I don't know if it's nice for you. I hope it is. So we're slowly getting to the final length. Round 11 we increase another time to 42 crochet stitches. So you crochet 5 single crochet stitches, increase once, repeat this for 6 times, and 42 crochet stitches it is. And then I do a couple of rounds with 42 crochet stitches. And I thought 15 was the perfect length for me. If you think you should stop at 12, that's fine too. If you want to continue on, that is fine too. So here we are. This is the length of rope I wanted. Let's do the arms. Go back to the skin color. Round 1 is to crochet 5 single crochet stitches in a magic ring. And this is going to be a little bit fiddly. But it's not too difficult. Round 2 is to crochet those 5 stitches around. And then you have to sort of shape the little hand. Cut off the yarn. There we go. That is the first little hand. Of course, you have to make 2. Well, if you have a two-armed angel it is. If you want to make angels with more arms, you have to make more. There you go. You don't really stuff them. What I'm stuffing in right now is the yarn end of the magic ring. So 2 little hands, and then you continue with your rope collar and you just do the 5 crochet stitches for a couple of rounds. So round 3 to 8. So you get this nice little blue arm around. It's very cute. And there you go. That's it for now. Let's see. Yes, a lot of fiddly bits. You don't have to stuff the arms, but what I'm stuffing inside is yarn ends. So it stuffs it up a little bit, but not too much. Gives a nice effect, I think, at least, and it sort of clears up the declutter of the arms. You leave a little yarn end to sew them to your angel. So don't cut off too short a bit, and then you crochet them in the right place. Now crochet them, you sew them, sorry, in the appropriate place. Now that's different for everyone. If you want your angel to hold something, you might want to crochet or sew them a little differently. Mine is just going to be a hallelujah angel with the arms in the air. All right, I am making a little border by reverse crocheting 1 round with the fluffy hair color yarn. Reverse crochet is basically going the not going towards the left but towards the right, and you get this nice rounded off crochet border. It's my go-to crochet border to make something nice and finished. So I'm weaving in the ends here. There we go. And there it is. Oh, let's make some hair. Now you can see the lights that I'm filming with. This is me, hello. I am wrapping some fluffy yarn color around my tablet, or you can use a piece of a cardboard or a book or something. But the idea is to get yarn pieces of a certain length. Now I'm using 2 yarn pieces at the same time to fill it up better and to save myself some work. And I'm just going around where I want the hairline to be. It really depends on your angel's what's it called, hairstyle, I suppose. I'm going to to give her an updo. It will be a fluffy ponytail right on top of her head. So I basically just have to do the hairline and just direct the hairs up, so it will cover the skull. It will cover the little head. There you go. So this is me in sped up motion doing the hairline. You really don't have to be too precise. You can be as precise as you want. So this is me adding the last bit of fluffy yarn, and so she has a horrible horrible head of hair right now. There she is with her, I don't know, with her tornado hair. And I'm going to use a little bit of the same yarn to bind the to bind the ponytail. There you go. It sort of disappears into the hair. You can use whatever you want. My suggestion would be to secure it with the same piece of yarn, and then if you want to embellish, like make a golden thread or give a little tiara or a little something extra with the hair, you can do that on top. So you don't use that. You don't use the embellishments to secure the hair. I find that's the best way. I always give it 3 knots because that's how we do it in the medical world. And then the ends can just fit in with the hair, and you have a very long ponytail. I am going to cut it because I want it to be fluffy and wild, but you can make it as long or as weird as you want, obviously. There you go. Now, I'm cutting the hair off. It's a little bit shorter than I wanted to. I wanted it to be a little longer, but I like the effect anyway. It's a very wild hairdo for this naughty little angel, I suppose. I kind of like it. There she is. That's her little hair. Right there. And I need to push the head back into shape after all this abuse of putting the hair in. But that's fine too. Now, we're going to go to the next subject, or the next thing to do is to put on some embellishments. I've been choosing these little cute little snowflake buttons, and I'm choosing to see which color I like best. Now, I thought originally I would like the white one best, but that's a little bit too bright. So I'm opting for a two-tone look with these blue buttons there. So I'm attaching them using just ordinary needle and thread. That is me doing the buttons. I don't like sewing buttons, but they do give a nice effect. There you go. That's the buttons attached. Then I'm going to attach the little bell. And I'm going to choose the size of bell that I want to attach. And I'm going for a middle size. Ding, 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 ding. I will have the sound later, but I forgot to record the sound with this one. So you take the yarn end left over by the head, push it through the little, quite a large gap, little where you can attach the bell. So that's nice. There's my tapestry needle again. So I'm going to repeat this a couple of times and attach it to the head, really, inside the angel. So here you can see I have pushed back the robe so I can easily access the head, and then I go back and forth between the head and the bell for a couple of times. Then you make a couple of good knots, and then you push your needle all the way through the head. Be careful, don't hurt yourself. All the way through the top of the head, and there it is, and then you can cut it off. And here it is, the little bell. Let's have a little listen. Isn't that cute? It's adorable. I really love it. So, angel is done, really. Now I just have to attach a little loop to be able to hang my angel like in my Christmas tree or somewhere. It's nice if you hang it so you can give it a little push sometimes to hear the bell. That's it. I use the same yarn as the hair, just to have it disappear if I want to just put it down. That's it. It's all done. Oh, what a wonderful little angel that is. I really like it. It's very simple, works up fairly fast. This one has pretty wild hairdo. But the bell inside is really the big attraction there. Well, I hope you liked this video. Please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That's fine either way. I wish you happy crocheting, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.